Welcome everybody, it is Mama Heart and I am back out in the jellyfish barn, probably in the very same place or in a similar space that I was when I started my Mama Heart videos back, I believe in August 2017. And I think I've shared I was going to delete many of the videos, but this is a part of my process as well. And so I'm just gonna be as real as I can be when I come on these little things as I am when I'm in my backyard, my front yard, or in the front row of church. I just wanna be my authentic self. So just as a reminder, LOVE, listen, open, and be vulnerable and expect change. That is my acronym that I do share with all of you guys and pretty much my life. But this week, I got to be a party to a beautiful youth summit with Brandon Hawk. And so I'm gonna do a little mini commercial. So thank you, Brandon, for that intense 2-day youth summit. And so you guys go check him out on Facebook, YouTube, and his areas. But I got exposed to many of his sponsors. Bulletproof was one of his sponsors, and this was in a little bag that we all got. But thank you, Brittany, who was over with Bulletproof at that table and just shared with me. I'd heard about Bulletproof, I had not experienced it, and now I have, and I'm a new woman, so let me just say that. And clearly, kombucha, if you don't have the opportunity to be like me and bottle your own kombucha and drink your own brew, clearly kombucha is really awesome. And so thank you, Maya. I'm hoping I'm get that right. And then I didn't meet anyone from Poo-Pourri, but I do have a husband, and life is messy. So Poo-Pourri was also one of the sponsors, and so thank you, because part of Brandon's element is us getting out of our head and into our heart. And so as Mama Heart has been, my mantra is helping hearts one at a time. Our heart is very important, our bodies are incredibly important, and our mind, the subconscious actually rules everything. So we need to get clear, and I had an amazing, intensive time, so much so that I was willing to not go. I had many excuses. My husband wasn't feeling well. I started to all of a sudden not feel well. And a lot of times we might stop ourselves, sabotage ourselves from moving forward in growth because, gosh, I mean, just to be honest with you guys, growth is just that. Growth, and it's a lot of work, it's intentional. And so just as Mama Heart has been very intentional in sharing what's going on for me, I am really grateful that I went and I pushed back some fears, a lot of them. Probably the fear of the unknown. I was going where nobody knew me. I was going to a city that, gosh, I have not been running through in ever so long. I used to love doing some theater out there and working in Hollywood, and just those goals and aspirations of, someday something. But man, I was there, I was by myself, and so I just want to thank everyone who was there, everyone who participated, everybody who was just willing to just push through. So this might sound really wonky, and since nobody was there sharing it with me, you're like, Robin, what are you talking about? I'm talking about everyone starting to, if you're watching me, it's for some reason. Either you're, you know about my weight loss and you know about my abuse, or you know about my Mama Heart and about raising children and working with blended families, whichever venue you know me from, working with you or with the couples, no matter how you know me, I am still in process. I am not perfect. I am deeply flawed. I wake up with me and need to deal with her every day. But what I am very clear on in my 60 years of working through me, that there is continued so much more, and I want to continue to just be open and authentic and as real as I can be to help you be willing to get real and go deep and get connection. And what I want to say is, even a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the process of me losing weight was 13 years ago. I got to be honest, I shared with Brenda on Thursday afternoon. I apparently was living way up here, not just headspace, but the spiritual world, relationship with God, but I wasn't connected to my physical body. And therefore, I wasn't connected with really some responsibility I needed to take. So in line of that, I started taking responsibility, started choosing some foods. And in 13 years, oh my gosh, from what it was at 365 to what it is now at 135, big difference. In fact, in the last 3.5 months, if you have followed me at all, I've been following Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm super excited that Bulletproof and kombucha is in line with being able to, I'm shaking the table, be in line with my protocols. So while I love fermenting foods, if we're not careful, we can allow fermentation staying in the brine of our own mind. We can literally change what needs to be living and vital. While fermented foods are delicious, when we're fermenting ourselves, we become in a jar with the fermentation, no more growth, no more ability. And so I just want to encourage everyone that start to go down into the depths of your thoughts to get connection to your heart. That 11, 12 inches, depending how tall you stand up, from the head to the heart is could be miles when you do not know that you're working out of a bunch of head knowledge, mind knowledge, ideas, but you're not connected to your heart. And I got deeply connected. I got deeply connected with someone who was a perpetrator. I didn't think that was possible. But wow, when you stop working out of your mind and getting down really clear with the heart of the matter, we are all desiring to be valued, seen, heard. And so I was able to listen to someone's heart that I might have, at another time in my life, had a whole different perspective. And so in this world, how we are at this time on the political realm, on the, I don't know what you call it, everything, going green, or if you don't want to go green, or being a vegan or vegetarian, or being a bull catcher and those ranchers and cows. There's so, it's so crazy how we can get on two sides. You're right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. Excuse me. I'm right, you're wrong. Because when I make it a right or wrong, I've left you out. I don't want to leave anyone out anymore. One of the processes probably 16 years ago was where we all spoke in a heart together of working and never leaving anyone behind. And I'm talking about the humankind. So if I might not agree with you, I'm not gonna demonize you and leave you behind. That's been a real pursuit. And it's not just because of my Christian beliefs. And if I offend you that I have Christian beliefs, I choose to not apologize, because my deepest intention, my deepest heart is that we get out of our headspace, connect to our heart, and start listening. So I'm gonna leave you with my love acronym, LOVE, listen, open, vulnerable, and expect change. And I am grateful and continue to expect change within my life, so that I'm, although still choosing to wear purple hair, mohawk or not, I'm just constantly peeling back the onions and getting the stuff out so that I can show up 100% and help heal the planet. So I've met some awesome world changers willing to change the planet, but it's by us changing how we think, get connected to our heart, and let's make a big difference. It's Mama Heart. Much love. Was this deep, long? Oops. Ooh, a 10-minute one. Yikes. Hope you can stay to the whole end. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, all of those sponsors. There's a few I might have missed, and I apologize because I just got the coffee and the potpourri and the clearly kombucha. So, but I know he's going to be doing some other things. He's going to be doing youth summits all over the world. So I'm excited about that. And he's starting a youth church. And I believe church is right here. When I go out every day, I'm representing a God who loves me, a God who cares for absolutely everyone. So it's Mama Heart, and I want you to know that feel free to PM me if there's heart issues that you want to start dealing with, because it's never too late to change and transform the thoughts we have, that we would change our heart and move in really a more powerful person that we were intended to be when God created us. All right, ciao.